Welcome to our weekly analysis on XAUUSD. So it has been a crazy week on gold, and yeah, it's going to be another crazy week. So the monthly is still the same, nothing new on the monthly because the monthly candle has not closed. There's also a valid FVG, just same on the monthly, nothing new. So let's move to the weekly. Alright, so on the weekly, we can see just as we analyzed last week, we said, I showed you guys the pattern, the morning star pattern, and I told you that it's likely going to be what will happen. And you can see we got the engulfing candle up to this place, but then the seller sent it back here, meaning sellers are active in this region here, very active. Immediately, this engulfing pattern formed on Monday. On Monday. I knew that this week is going to be a crazy week. I really did not take much trade this week because I knew it was going to be a crazy week because I was not expecting it to form on Monday. Alright, so yeah. This has formed now. What will I be expecting on the weekly? Probably a retest of this area. Yeah, a retest of this area. A retest of this area won't be bad. So I want to see the weekly come down to this area. There's really nothing much on the weekly. Let's check the daily time frame. The daily time frame, we got this internal change on the daily. Finally got a break to the upside, but then two things. It can be liquidity for this other block that price has tapped into. Yeah. Can also be liquidity for this price, for this other block that price has tapped into. So two things are involved in this daily. But like I told my community members that I'll be interested in this FVG. I wasn't even expecting for it to dump so much yesterday, but I was like, I won't be taking any other trade until we get a tap here. If I see a sell opportunity, that I will sell it to take out this equal lows here and then tap into the FVG, which was what it did. And now we are currently in this FVG. So on the weekly now, what do I expect? I will expect a pullback probably to this area. So I will expect something like this, pullback to this resistance, either to this up or to the body. Yeah. And then a dump. Beginning now with this daily, I would have wanted it to come. I would have wanted this price to come down. You know our extreme buy limits for last week. I would have expected it to hold, but on this week, I'm saying that price has already created liquidity. So there's every possibility that price will use this other block here. This guy here. It has already engineered liquidity for it. So I don't really see the point in coming down here. We can still come down here if we get a break of structure above this guy, then we can come all the way clearing them before we go for the new ride. Yeah, we can do that. But for now, it has already engineered this liquidity. So there's every possibility that we will use this other block here. Yeah. But that's it on the daily time frame. I am not bearish. Daily is bullish. Monthly is bullish. Weekly is bullish. Weekly has already given us the reversal patterns. So there's no need for me to be bearish until if this low gets taken. If this low gets taken, then we can be bearish here and wait for a pullback and dump it more. So we can get bearish on that. So for the 4 hours, like I told them also in my community, the sell started from here, from this 4 hours FVG. I checked forex.com, I checked XAUUSD, that FVG was not there. On Oanda, now price respected it, taking this guy out. So ultimately the 4 hours is bearish. We first got the change of character here, which is why I was looking for a sell in this other block, but price told me to keep waiting and it never came to my zone. So, and it fell all the way to my TP. Gold can be crazy at times. It didn't come back to my entry, which is this other block. Of course, I use the 15 minutes time frame, but I was expecting to use the liquidity here and tap into this guy. But God used the FVG. I did not see this FVG at first. If not, that would have been my target. So God used the FVG and dumped straight. My target was this equal low. Straight into take profit. So now what am I expecting for this guy? Now this guy, price is already testing it. Where is it? This guy? Price is already testing this area. I would want price to test this area. You can do something like this, sweep this guy, then I want it to dump. Yeah. Then I want it to dump. Remember our second buy limit, yeah? I don't know, but I think I still have the extreme buy limit here. I still have it on my chart. If you did not watch last week analysis, please go and watch it because I won't be dropping the limit again. I still have the extreme limits. And since this guy has created liquidity for us right here, I think it will be wise enough for price to use this area. Yeah. I think it will be wise enough for price to use this area. There's really no need coming all the way down here. I feel price will use this as liquidity, then use maybe this other block and continue the buy up. Yeah, I believe that's what price would do. So we are getting a rejection from this resistance. If we break above here, we claim it, then this resistance might stand to push it down. Yeah. But looking at this 4 hours here, from here to this high, you can see that we're already in the 50% discount. Yeah, we're already in the 50% discount. If you check, I think it was last week analysis that I was telling you guys that this FVG looks very sweet for buy continuation. I think I said it in that last week analysis video. And exactly, that was where price tapped for the buys. Do you get it? Reacted from there, but I'm not expecting this area to push it up. Yeah, I'm not expecting this area to push it up. I expect that to use this area as liquidity. I want this area to be taken out as liquidity and then probably another block here be used. And if you notice this zone, it overlaps with our entry time frame last week. And why I'm trusting this zone or why I want to use this zone. So you can see this has been a major resistance and support area. You can see price tapped here, and then it pumped up. Price tapped here, rejected and broke it, came, retested, went down. You can see support, it turned to resistance, then it used it as support before the massive push here. So this is a very strong area that I would want price to use. It has already engineered liquidity for that area. So I would want price to not from here, delete this. I would want price to, if this resistance area will hold price, I will want to get a sweep of this high and then dump to this area, taking out this liquidity again before we buy. Tapping into this support area now and then buy. If you notice, this area was our buy limit area on the 15 minutes time frame for last week here. For last week, it was our buy area on the 15 minutes time frame. We are getting there. So you can see that this zone also overlaps with that our first buy limit. So that's why I'm considering setting that buy limit. I deleted it at first, but I only had this extreme buy limit there. I deleted this at first. So I'm going to have to put it back because I'm expecting price to buy from there for next week. Then we can buy from there. The new target will be this high, of course. The new target will be this high. You can BE after this high is taken, or you take your partials. Then the last target will be this high. But if we get a break below it, then this is the last area I expect to hold price. If this area doesn't hold price, then we'll get a new low. It's as simple as it gets. The thing is, don't just predict the market here. Just react. Now, what am I doing? I'm reacting because this liquidity has been created. So once this liquidity has been created, I expect, you can see this one was created and this FVG was used. This one has been created. I expect another block here to be used because another block here is pretty far from this, using this other block here, is quite far from this guy, unless we want to use this liquidity. And like I told you last week, I don't trust this zone. There is something that gold does that I've noticed severally. We have a first tap in this area. Let me show you. We have a first tap. We got the second tap. Then we've gotten the third tap. What gold will do is that gold will come, take all of them out using this extreme order block. That's why, if you notice, when price came into the zone, if we go on the length, let's even go to the 1 hour. Oh, this one I'm speaking is English. Let's check 1 hour. It's clearer there. The 1 hour is clearer. You can see when gold came for this zone, he used this. Well, to me, it's an inducement here because I know my other block is just below it. It depends on what you trade. But he used this inducement, others will call it other block, and then he bought. There is an other block just below it if you go to lower time frame. So whenever gold does that, I know that gold is coming back for this other block. But why I'm not now expecting it to come here is because of this liquidity it has created. If you watch my videos, I've told you that whenever gold uses FVG, that just wait. It's coming to take it out. Yeah, it's coming to take it out. It is coming. It's most likely going to use the next other block, which is this was the last break of structure. This was the last break of structure here, guys. So we might probably see that he gets to use this guy. This guy is closer on the 1 hour. Yeah, this guy is closer. This guy is closer. Either he uses this guy. Yeah, I feel he might use this guy. Let's say he wants to extend below. It might just sweep out this guy and then use this guy and go. So he's likely to use this guy, this area here, and he might. This is obviously liquidity to me. Yeah, this is obviously liquidity. So, unless it's using this area, if he uses this area, because on the 1 hour, this is the area that is closest. This mitigation block overlapping with this FVGs is the closest to this liquidity. So it's possible that it uses this area. But I personally, because of what gold left behind here, I'm interested in this area, like I said in the last zone. And it also overlaps with our support area. So I'm expecting gold to it's already at the resistance that I'm expecting it. But if this resistance doesn't hold, I expect this guy to hold. That's like it overlaps with an FVG too. So it overlaps with an FVG too. So I expect this guy to hold. So if gold peradventure breaks above this, I will expect this guy to hold and then come test this support, and then we should get a new high. Yeah. But if that's not the case, then that means our buy limits for last week will hold. Yeah. So please watch last week video. I gave the coordinates for the buy limits. This is where I'm going to put it. Just slightly below this liquidity here. This will be it. This will be what I'll be looking at. Our entry will be there. And should we go to the 15 minutes? I think taking it on the 1 hour. But I think it's the same. I feel it's the same. Let's check the 15 minutes anyways. I feel it's the same. If before gold taps into this area, if gold comes back to this FVG, I'm shorting the hell out of that pair. Okay. But short it to this area right here. Just short it to take out this low. If you are shorting, short it to take out this low. Don't go and short more than the one that will send you to village. I think 15 minutes is the same thing. That's why I said watch the video for last week. It's much clearer there. So I feel it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. So you can just watch the video for last week to get the coordinate and the entry. The only thing that has changed is the take profit. And this is a nice 9 to 9 RR. 1 to 9 RR. So guys, that's what I'm looking out for this week here. That's what, but if gold, first of all, comes here to take out this 2 liquidity and uses this other block and then sell, just know that we are coming to take out this low. Let me go back to the 4 hours. You see those 2 liquidities that I marked out in the 15 minutes? Or let me mark it out again. You see this liquidity, if gold comes first to take out that liquidity, let's say from here, gold comes all the way, take out that liquidity, uses this other block that I was waiting for, and sell. Guys, just delete your buy order. Know that gold is coming to tear this low. Just know that one. That's how good. Just know. See, avoid while instead just join the sale. If gold peradventure from here, it goes here, and then it does not take out this low. Instead, what it does is that it goes here, just a little pullback, and then it goes here, uses the other block. You got confirmation that you got confirmation that gold wants to sell. Like when it tapped into the other block, you got a sell confirmation, and then it comes and it takes out this guy. Please don't put a buy limit here, because gold is coming to what? Tear it. It's coming to scatter it. And you're going to get a new low. Do you get? But so, like I said, we don't predict the market, we react. I'm reacting in this area because it has given us liquidity for that area. That's what I mean by reaction. Now it has given us this liquidity to this guy here. So if it pulls back and then it takes it, I'll use this zone and sell. I will also react accordingly. So just react, don't predict, don't say you are bearish. The market is obviously bullish, and this might just be a pullback. Do you get? So once the 4 hours now is currently bearish. 4 hours now, you can see that we got a change of character, we got a break of structure, and then we took out this low. So 4 hours is currently bearish, but if you look at the first break here, you can see that it's just internal pullbacks. It's just internal pullback. It's still bullish on the main structure, but the internal structures are already pulling back, and we've gotten to 50%. So please be safe out there. Price can buy from here. Gold, I'm telling you, can buy from here. Take out this guy before it comes. Now take out this low and use this guy, and then continue the buy. So gold can do and undo. Please preserve your capital and trade what you see. All right. So that's it for this week's analysis. If you got value in this video, don't forget to like and tell me what you loved about this analysis and what you want me to be adding to it every week in the comment section. Don't forget to turn on the post notification. I will see you guys next week. And on that note, ciao.